this next message, hopefully a short and sweet one. All right, so this actually came about because of a friend of mine that came into the spa today, and she and I were talking about some things that she's working on. And she is a really amazing person. She works with children with special needs, and just really, I don't know, she's one of the best in her field in our area, and she's pioneered a lot of new techniques, and also is working on bringing forth more opportunities for children who need it to have collective group experiences in a safe way that supports their needs and comfort. She's just really paving the way for a lot of good things to happen for these children, okay? Which I think is so important. Anyway, she and I were talking about something she's working on. I'm telling her about stuff I'm working on and all of this, and a message kind of just formed. And I was like, ooh, maybe this is something we need to talk about. So what I noticed when she and I were talking is that, you know, the way that God has showed it to me is there's these women, and they're kind of like, and hey, for some of you, it could be men too, but right now I'm just seeing women, or feminine energies. So that's probably a better way to put it, because you could be a male with a more feminine energy, or who identifies in the feminine energy, and that's okay too. But she's showing it to me like a feminine thing, okay? Like a collective feminine movement. Anyway, she's showing it like there are these professionals. And by professionals, I don't necessarily mean authenticated by our current educational system or academia, although some of you may be, because we all know that there are distortions there too, okay? But experts in their own field is maybe a better way to put it. Yeah, people who are experts at certain things, okay? Maybe and it could be anything, arts, you know, music, different types of creativity. In her case, this is an academic thing that she specializes in. Same thing with me. I have certain specialties and certain expertise in certain types of healing, okay? But the point is, it's a variety of people carrying certain types of information who are feeling like they're supposed to bring something forth, but they don't yet know, like, what is it? How's it going to work? What are we doing? Okay. And I'm being reminded of a painting that I did last spring during the planetary alignment, the big one. It was so amazing. And it was this painting that just represented what creation looks like at first. And it's very powerful and explosive. Okay. And it has like this sort of rise, like water rising, and it comes into this crescendo. Actually, I'll show you a version of it that I did. Hold on. This is a version of this painting. It's not the original, but I did another one that's a little bit more fluid. Let me move this so you can see. Okay, a little bit more fluid and smooth, just the lines and everything. But you see how it's all the elements coming together, and this is like a plasma beam, and everything's just coming into this big crescendo, and it's going to create something amazing, okay? So there's a lot kind of going on energetically, and I can't even show the whole painting because it's large, but you can kind of get the idea of what this feels like, of what I'm describing, okay? Okay, anyway, so the point is there's this like major energetic kind of going on right now, and there's these individuals that I'm seeing, and I know a lot of them personally, but I'm sure there's people like this all over the world that I don't know personally, but who are carrying their own like codes, okay? And the way Mother Sophia is showing it to me is there's a reason we've been studying so much, learning so much, observing, extracting, pulling together, collecting wisdom, so to speak, each in our own way, and it's to build and restructure things, right? And so I wanted to pull a few little cards on this to kind of touch on it, but I also wanted to talk about it because you may feel what I'm talking about. You may feel like there's something you're supposed to do, but you don't know what it is yet. And that's the vibe, okay? There's something going on. There's something I'm supposed to do. What is it? 444 as I'm saying that, okay? And this all has to do with the restructuring of the original matrix grid, okay? And bringing everything back into the feminine balance, okay? Still working with the masculine, okay? The masculine being its own divine energy, okay? So not tossing that aside, but there has to be a calibration and an attunement of the feminine energy and a rise of it to calibrate this. So there's going to be this hard push, right? And that's going to be necessary to birth that balance back into this realm, okay, which is happening right now. So, look what comes up first. The Seraphim, Guardians, Awakener, Purity. And the Seraphim are so special to me, you guys. They have guided me through so much, and they are so powerful, so fierce, and all-seeing, okay? And I feel like these individuals, you know who you are, and you know what I'm talking about, and you do not have to be in any particular occupation. And like I said, this doesn't have to be what we would currently recognize as a professional or an academic specialty. It's this certain knowing of certain things that you are going to feel called to help people with, okay? And the Seraphim are leading this, okay? Assisting humanity with this right now. Yep. Look at this. Oh, this is so beautiful. Fierce. Stand in your power. Look at this. Wow, what a powerful message. And the wolves, you guys. I've been getting so many messages about wolves. So many. And I have this beautiful collection of like crystal Wolverine, like the arrowheads, like Native American arrowheads. They're so pretty and they're so special. And the wolf carries the energy of both collective and loner, okay? That's what's so powerful about them, okay? They can be alone and they can thrive in the cave by themselves, right? Or out hunting. But they can also be in the collective. They can be in the pack and they can assist. So it's, you know, that lone wolf is important, but also the collective. Just like in the message I just did earlier about Turtle Island and just everyone coming together for the good of Mother, okay? Last night, even the video I posted about the craft that flew over the house, as soon as I said, my children were talking about the importance of trees and how we need them. They're essential for life. Mary Magdalene, as I'm talking right now, I feel her. And I said, we must protect the trees. It's essential. I literally said that. And then this craft, and it was silent, you guys. It had no noise. Flies right over my house. And I was like, wow, okay. So respecting the mother, okay, and respecting the feminine and really giving her the platform right now in whatever way that we can. However we identify, I'm hearing that. No matter how we identify, gender-wise or whatever we're going through, give the feminine the platform is what I'm hearing. And watch her multiply you, okay? Literally is what I'm hearing. Transformation, okay? Wow. It says, who are you becoming? Look at that, okay? So see, it's carrying that feeling of like we've been working on something. We've been collecting, growing, evolving, going through this metamorphosis, right? And it's because we're going to bring something forward that's destined to become. Yeah. Wow. Electrons, building blocks of the universe. Look at this, you guys. Yeah. Dreaming. Yes. Curious messages, endless possibilities. Look at this. So gorgeous. Okay. And that almost feels like a lotus flower. So I'm seeing these women and men, okay, that just, they've been gathering and gathering and gathering, observing, learning, calibrating, feeling, whether they know it or not. But some of you are going to know, yes, I know I'm supposed to do something to help humanity, or I know there's going to be this assignment or whatever, okay? This is why, okay, the Seraphim Angelics are helping us to be fierce, to transform, to bring forth the creative blocks of the universe, okay? To dream what's possible, okay? To dream beyond anything we ever thought possible, to bring forth the ancient future, okay? And that's super important to remember, ancient future, because our future, our destiny is to live one, okay? At one, symbiotically, which is what we did in the ancient past, okay? So our ancient future is so important. Yeah. Wow. Sovereignty, center point. Look at this. Yep. Grounded, centered, sovereign. Sacred waters, I am in divine flow. Wow, this is beautiful. Yep. And I'm getting two more. Hold on. Facing fear, courage, inner strength. Yes. I'm hearing that a lot for different people. Look at this. Sacred, feminine, creative, receptive, nurture. Look at this. Beautiful. Wow, guys. Okay. Yeah. This is so pretty. I'm asking, do they want to say anything about this? Okay. So they just said, yeah. Okay. Face your fears. That means sometimes you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to face yourself. Okay. But as we go along and each of us are making our little discoveries and finding things and sharing things and calibrating and coming together, working as a collective of divine feminine leaders, okay, it's going to become clearer, clearer, clearer what you came here to do, okay, and how you came here to love and how you came here to hold space. And this is important whether you carry the womb or not, like whatever avatar you're using in this realm, okay, whether you have a womb or not, when you bring in your feminine self, when you work with that side of yourself, the creative side of yourself, you liberate creative flow. So that that I am in divine flow, okay? You liberate that part of yourself, the sacred waters. And with flow, movement happens, okay? Shifting happens. Yes. So new rivers are formed. And rivers always represent bloodlines, by the way. So this process that we're birthing, that we're bringing forth, this wisdom that Mother Sophia and all the goddesses are showing up for and showing up in our dreams and showing up in my sessions. And I'm sure people all over the world are witnessing her in all her various aspects. What they're bringing forward is healing the bloodlines, you guys. It's healing all the wounds. It's facing and healing them in perfect divine timing. 222, as I said that, by the way. And so if you're getting that feeling that there's something you're going to need to do, I'm telling you it's true, okay? You may not have clarity yet, okay? That's going to come. That's going to come. It's going to come with that flow, okay? Think of what flow does, okay? Like when you flush something with water, it eventually brings the clarity. But you have to flow. You got to get it moving to do that, okay? Give yourself an outlet. I'm hearing a creative outlet. And this is even if you're in an occupation or have a profession that's more analytical. And you might actually be using that analytical side, 1313 as I'm saying this, to help the feminine rise, okay? So just because it's you might be in an occupation that might feel like more of a masculine energy, okay? Don't worry about that. That might be actually what you're going to use and help with. But what they're saying is if you'll give yourself a little creative outlet of some form, 333 as I say that, it's going to help you get more clarity on how you're going to use your abilities, how you're going to use your strengths, and your gentleness to help this restoration process. Okay? Is that it, Spirit? Okay, that's it for this message. I'm going to make one more. Hopefully I can get it done before I have to get out of here. If you want to see the previous message on the distortion of the feminine cycle, it's definitely relevant for anyone who's had issues with their cycle. Okay. And then always I ask you to please share with anyone that you feel like could benefit from this message. Okay. Please share. All right. I'm going to make one more about the Great Mother. Okay. I love you guys. Have an awesome day.